men shave. Real men shave their faces. Real men shave their faces.
Good morning, Stinky Daily Shaver. I tell you, I'm so sick of shaving with the same gear day in, day out. I decided to break out the single edge, and I decided to go for the colonial, mostly because it was on top. And look what my dear friend Irina went and sent me. It's called Highwater, and without even Googling the scent, that is classic sandalwood. It is a deep, rich, full-bodied, plain sandalwood. So if you like your sandalwoods unadulterated, this will be the sandalwood for you. I told you I was worried about breaking me bowls, so my sister-in-law had this copper job. I said, that'll do just fine. So I whipped it out and it's gone into my bathroom. Just one moment while I get some water. Be right back. So, brush, good old Magard, synthetic. I've learnt not to soak the whole brush because you end up having to shake out more water than it's worth. So just wet the tips and start. And if it seems, you just wet the tips and just keep going until, have a look at that. You start to see how quickly it's building the load. It's actually better to have a slightly dry brush with just wet tips for building your load. This is a really nice sandalwood. I like, being a bit of a sweet tooth, I like my sandalwoods to have some vanilla in them. Just, that seems to sweeten them out. Having said that, I'm growing to appreciate, again, just whipping the tips for the 3 steps. Get it started, get it done, get it over with. No. Froth and leather, they're the 3 steps. Oh, keep banging the sides. So I weighed me razors. Me razors weighed 6.5 kilograms. That's right. I've got 6.5 kilograms. I don't think that's all me razors. That was just most of them. I think the handles were in something else. So 6.5 kilograms of razors. Razors for sale. Buy them by the kilogram. I know it's about 3-4 pound in a kilogram. Not too sure, but all I can say is when you lift up 6.5 kilo, you go, I can feel that. Just keep adding water to the tips until I get the broth I'm after. Look at that, it is so creamy. If you don't own some Ginger's Garden, you really should add one to your collection. A personal favourite of mine, ooh, let me think. Suede. It's been a while, I had to scratch my memory, yeah, suede. Particularly the balm, oh man, I have to go find that and pull it out. Wet me face. And wow, look at that. This is a tallow based soap, this one that she sent me, and so it's very, very slick, extremely creamy. Wow. The one thing about sandalwood is the scent just lingers. It's a very, very nice sandalwood. Right, the Colonial Single Edge. I'm thinking about having a single edge as my travel razor. I miss the wideness, and I love how good a shave it gives you. If I could afford to, I'd probably have a one blade as my travel razor. Except, not so much, it's the fact that if I lost my shave gear, and when you're travelling, you're in hotels, motels, caravan parks, etc. And I have misplaced or had things nicked or forgotten to pick up all my gear, and I'd hate to lose something that expensive. Having said that, a few of the RMS members have used the link that now refers through to the Sharpologist link, and there's a new deal on the one blade. They've got 2 offers. One is 90 blades, or a new synthetic brush, which I have to say, seriously thinking about. I love my DEs, but single edges are better. Now the best single edge, I say, you can't when I go it's 95%, that's 95% is based on the fact that my very best DEs are 90% on my scale, right? So that's a Wolfman, that's the Barbarossa. You know, these guys are fantastic. The Feather, another example, that's the very best. The very best. Wow, nice and close. That's what I miss. 2 passes that close. And no retinas. I love that. So the most DEs on my 1 to 100 are around the 70 to 90 mark. 70 is passable. 90, very good actually, very good. But 95% for single edges, as far as, you know, the ability to one pass the amount that it gets off. The only razor that gets 99%, because I know of nothing else like it, is the one blade. And it's only short that 1% because I do find the price to be a big detractor. Having said that, even if they locked the price, we'd still be angsting about getting it. And look, it's a bit like Tupperware with its lifetime guarantee. You know, you don't appreciate it till you take advantage of it. You know, 5 years' time, 10 years' time, you can get it serviced and fixed. You won't be worried about what you paid for it 10 years ago. Hell, you would have bought a car that in 5 years will have depreciated from, you know, some monstrous amount down to nearly nothing, relatively speaking. So you got to put things in perspective. As I point out, you can get a one blade for $5 a week if you save for 12 months. That's, for me, what? Coffee. Doesn't even get me coffee and cake here in Oz. So, you know, for something that I can still hold and use in 10 years' time, I don't think that's a bad value. You're going to go, why am I talking about the one blade when I'm shaving with the Colonial? Well, because today the Colonial is the one I'm thinking about putting in my travel kit. I just got sick of the Merca. As good as it was, I missed the wide single edge. And the ease of getting BBS without any redness. Right, one sec while I dry off. Traditional sandalwood. If it isn't the best sandalwood, if you love your plain sandalwoods, if this is not the best sandalwood, it'll be fighting fist and gloves, whichever one that you pick. I like it. She's nailed it. You know, if for a plain sandalwood, like I said, I prefer a bit of a sweeter sandalwood, but it's good. This is very good. I would shave with that again. Beautiful tallow slickness, nice and close, BBS. You're going to use a good soap, use a good razor, and leftover. Oh, what can I say? So creamy, this one. You just look at that. No wonder I have no problem today. Redness, no marks, no nothing. And creamy. Oh, just give me a second. Don't think my hands will ever be this clean again. Wow, that's creamy. That was not from a very big load either. Wow, there's 2 more shaves left in the leftover. And so slick. Fantastic. Bit of Nivea. Help finish up today's shave. This year, I intend to get 3 or 4 of ginger soaps. This one I can take off my list now. Big sandalwood fan. There is something in it. A little bit of powder or something. There is something that just... Sandalwood as a scent drops off. You need something to round that edge. Like a little bit of talcum or something. There's a tiny bit of something that makes that a little bit lighter on the edge notes. So it does have something else in it. Love it. Slickness Glide for a shaving soap. There we go. It's called Highwater. As to what Hell or High Water had to do with sandalwood, God only knows. I'm Stevie Daily Shaver. Wishing you all the best of shaves, good shaves, and remember the wet shaver's blessing. Good food, good friends, good shaves, amen. And whilst nice to be important, it's more important to be nice. Go forth, spread the wet shaver's blessing, one ginger's garden at a time. I'm Stevie Daily Shaver, wishing you all the best of shaves, good shaves, and goodbye.
Bearded man, you think that you're so cool, but your face looks like a small marsupial.